Do you know that on 11 April 2011, France became the first European country that banned the full-face Islamic veil in public? The president stated that his government is protecting and also defending the women's right. But then his critics see Islamophobia and also political opportunism behind the move, and it is a sign that official France is not really accepting the citizens of immigrant origin. And as this can be proven by when they invented the France Burqa bill. A pluralistic society is a diverse one where the people in it believe all kinds of different things and tolerate each other's beliefs even when they don't match their own. We agreed more on the detractor side, which banning all form of religious expression in public could form diversity of society. How? As the action taken actually impact the society beliefs. This happen when they have to obey the law which actually did not fit to what they hold on to. In the long term, people will argue and revolt with the ideas, and some of them might confuse to what they believe is bad and started to believe what they do would harm the country. Secondly, the point of the detractor can be strengthened when the lawmakers neglecting freedoms of the society since they have given the rights and power to speak, power to wear what they want and express their beliefs. They should not prohibit society from do what they like and perform their faith as long as it does not affect the people and state. There are also people in France who is not Muslim disagree with the France Burqa bill. These people also think this bill is improper to impose.
Said that in public places like the post office or the town hall, if they ask to take the burqa off for an identity check, it's no worries.
Contrôle d'identité, y a pas de souci, hein. Je pense que chacun a sa liberté de...
I think everyone is free to do what they want, and I don't think it's normal that we ban it. It's true that personally I'm not used to seeing women wearing burqas, and it shocks me a little because it gives an image of submission.
Next question. Should all religious practices be tolerated in a free society? My answer is yes, religious practices be tolerated in a free society. This is because tolerating someone's belief does not mean subscribing to those beliefs as well. When people are tolerant, freedom of religion will happen. Freedom of religion protects people's right to live, speak, and act according to their belief peacefully and publicly. It also protects their ability to be themselves at work, in class, and at social activity. It will bring benefit to everyone and treat all people equally. This shows people from different faith beliefs can peacefully live together without fear of punishment. Question. Are there limits to what do you think should be allowed?
Yes, should have limit. As we know, religious is a guideline for people. If there is no guideline, so people will do everything they like. The federal government may limit religious freedom if it is absolutely necessary to promote justice and to protect common good. For example, freedom of religion doesn't protect a man from being punished if he abuses his family, even he claims that his religious belief made him to do it.
So, the next question is, do you think your home country should implement a ban on face covering in public? Why or why not? So, I personally think that everyone can wear whatever they want as long as it doesn't hurt people, right? But regarding on this question, I think Malaysia should implement a ban on face covering. Why? It is because burqa is not part of Malaysia culture. Hence, I think there is no problem in implementing ban of burqa. But the main reason why I think Malaysia should ban the burqa is because it is in terms of security issue. I mean, it could be a guy under it. For example, nowadays, anything could happen, right? So, some people see this burqa as an opportunity to commit crime or to invade women's privacy. And what I am afraid of is it could be a guy under it, or even worse, it could be a sex maniac under it. I mean, how could we know who or what is under the burqa, right? Also, an evidence found where a case of people wearing burqa to stage crime in Malaysia.
As for question 4, should religious garments and iconography from all faith tradition be banned in public schools as occurred in France in 2004? Why or why not? Religious garments and iconography from all faith tradition should not be banned in public schools as it occurred in France in 2004. First, it is violate of the right to religious freedom and the human right. The discrimination based on religion, gender, or race toward of human being. Let consider the motives behind wearing religious symbols. They represents a part of one's identity and to make them feel closer to their faith. As the motives in schools, which is to educate young people both academically and socially. It has become socialized and conditioned in these settings to believe that what a person show and what has be taught. We must understand what it means for us to ban religious clothing items and the implications. For example, teaching young children that wearing religious emblems is wrong and also dangerous because they might internalize belief and values that religious has no truth or that it is not normal to follow one by marginalizing those who wear such garments. Even if religious symbols are banned, why only ban them in schools only? Think about it. It is not relevant to ban such things because there is no harmful happened if someone dress up which follow their own will.
The sort of fundamental thing is why? Why do you wear it?
I wear it because it's my own personal spiritual journey. I believe it's my own way to connect with God. It doesn't mean that I am undermining women who chose not to wear it, or they wear the headscarf, or they don't wear it at all. It is just my own personal journey. It's an act of worship. I believe that I will be rewarded if I can wear it, but also it has become part of my identity as well as my faith, and also a symbol of resistance to all these stereotype and negative perception about Muslim women. What we hear a lot of the time is that Muslim women is isolated, is uneducated, is failing to integrate, but the truth is that they haven't really spoken to women like me. Because Muslim women who chose to wear it are actually minority within a minority. So a lot of people did not have the chance to interact with veiled women. And then they have this negative perception and negative highlights in the media about Muslims in general. And then they see me in the street and they abuse me and other women.
Doctor.
Last question. According to some account, the law is inspire instances of people action violently against women who continue to wear burqa. Do the principle of separation of church and state and the emancipation of women outweigh these consequences? First of all, what is principle of separating church and state principle means? It means reinforces the legal right of a free people to freely live their faith even in public, without fear of government coercion. So for the question, yes, I think the principle is greater than the consequences since people have right or freedom to do what they want. Dress as they like because people have given this opportunity equally. Therefore, the principle of separating church and state would not be a problem that lead to violence against women that wearing burqa. Furthermore, society indeed is a human being that needed to be protected by law and should not be treated badly by others who has different beliefs and faith. Society should live peacefully with one another without fear and doubt. They should not have to live to please others to accept rather than being acceptable with the society as a normal human being. No discrimination should happen anywhere since it would cause chaos and confusion in future.